just kind of put this disclaimer out there before I even talk about it and before people come in the comments and shit like that. I'm going based off this trailer with no prior knowledge of any of the previous games. Okay? I've never played a Dragon Age game. I know Dragon
I knew that's
Age
where this was
Inquisition
going.
came out. Dragon Age Inquisition came out in 2014, and it was a Game of the Year contender. A lot of people had it as the number one game for that year, right? So a few minutes ago, I mentioned, and again, don't come in the fucking comments for me, okay? It has this Fortnite arcane-like vibe to it that is really fucking turning me off. And if you go back and you watch some gameplay from Inquisition, it has like this dark fantasy vibe to it. Now, granted, there are still vibrant colors in that game, but it's not to the extreme that we saw in this trailer. Now, Dragon Age was called something else before it was called something else. It wasn't called the Veilguard when it originally got released. So now we're getting these very, very vibrant colors, and again, reminds me a lot about Arcane. And I'm kind of perplexed by it, honestly. If you go from Inquisition to this game, they just look vastly different, especially in terms of the like the character designs and the art design of the actual game itself. Look, this is on my radar. By all means, this is on my radar, and I'm going to be following along with it. And again, I do a gaming podcast, so I'm probably against my better judgment. I may end up playing this, but I need to see more from this. 100%. This was the most question mark game of the actual presentation that I have, because I went into it and I was like, oh man, I'm excited to see more from this Dragon Age shit, because I kind of want to try it with how much everybody talked about Inquisition being so good. And then I saw this trailer and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to play that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. But I'm gonna reserve my thoughts and opinions for the game when it gets a little bit closer to the reveal date. But what did you think about Dragon Age?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So like once a year, we just have an exponential difference of opinion on something. And I didn't expect it to be Dragon Age Veilguard, but you know what? Fuck it, let's go. Dude, this game looked awesome. Like I'll give you the arcane look, but again, I just think that's going to be the new normal for a couple of years, because the animation in that show just wiped everything else off the map. But you're introduced to essentially what's probably going to be most of your party in the trailer. The combat is probably just going to be gruesome and exciting. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the builds are going to work based on all the differences that I saw in the party members they introduced. The cinematics, character design or not, I thought looked great. And people have been waiting on Dragon Age for a long time. So I know that a lot of thought, a lot of money, and a lot of time has been put into it. I'm freaking stoked to play it, man. I think we were probably like 12 or 13. And Curtis, I don't remember if it was, what was the first one called? Dragon Age Origins? Or Blood Origin or something like that? Maybe?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't know anything about Dragon Age.
Well, he played one of the old ones. And I'm telling you, he was all up into it. And I tried it myself, and it just kind of wasn't my thing. But also, I really wasn't putting the time into it to figure it out. But the following behind these Dragon Age games is like low-key super, super fierce. And I don't know, man. It looks sweet to me. I can't wait to see what it's about. I thought it was comically done, the trailer. I like how they introduced everybody, and the freeze frames, which I guess that's kind of what turned you off to it, with the character names and the abilities and all that. But
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't like
I don't know.
introducing a lineup to a basketball team. They wanted you to see, they wanted to showcase the character design.
Dude, it was like fucking Space Jam in this bitch,
No,
okay?
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that
was
bad.
Like fucking No, fuck you, it was.
I liked it.
It was like they would fucking the character would show up and it'd be in like this huge like steel frame pose, and it was like, is this a kid game? Like that's what the vibes that I got from it.
No, I can promise you it's not going to be a kid's game. If it is, it's going to suck.
No,
But
no, I know it's not going to be a kid's game, but that's just the vibe that it gives me, especially with that art style and everything, the color palette. I don't know, man. Again, I've never played Dragon Age, so if my opinion is wrong, it's fucking wrong. Okay, I will completely own it, and I might be talking out of my ass here.
it's not like either one of us know anything about it other than the 48 seconds we watched of it, so could be completely right. But I'm going to defend it till I learn that I'm wrong because I thought it looked sweet.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting us to be so far apart on that game either.
That's all right.
But I stand by my Space Jam remark. I stand by it.
You can keep it. That's fine.